Hello everybody, welcome back to Lily Lulu. My name's Karen and today I thought I would come on and have a play with some bits and pieces. I'm going to make some double pockets that Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah made in her mass make recently. Now, I can't remember what she actually called them, but they were a pocket to go on a page with another pocket on top. So it's like a double pocket. So I've got out loads of old bits of paper and stuff that's left over from projects I've been working on recently. And I've got some distress ink and some glue and some scissors and some lace. So I thought I would just make a few here and hopefully you'll keep me company as I do. So these pockets, they needed to be, Tina recommended that they were not just normal copier paper, but you know, you use sort of more cardy type paper. I think she used some digitals that she'd printed on, I think it was 200 GSM weight paper. I don't think I've got any digitals that I've printed on the heavier paper here. I've got lots of digitals, but they're all on lighter paper. Obviously you could do it on more lightweight paper, but then you would need to double it up or stick it on something, you know, just to make it a bit more hard wearing. So that it would survive as a pocket in a journal. So the first thing that she did, so I'm just trying to grab a little piece of paper here. I always have, so this is just an A4 piece of paper that I have folded in half, so I have it next to me so that when I'm making stuff, I've got an idea of, you know, if I'm getting a bit carried away and making things too big or what have you. So I was just popping that next to me. So I've got some bits of card and things here. Now the base of the pocket, the back, needs obviously to be a bit bigger than the front piece because the idea is, let's see if I've got one here that's going to be roughly the right size. Say we were using that piece as a base, then you want a smaller piece sort of to go on it. So if this was your pocket, obviously it wouldn't be that big, but so this was your pocket, then you're going to stick this piece on to be a pocket here. So that's what we're doing. So this is really good for papers that maybe are single-sided, or if you're not keen on the back side of the paper, because obviously once they're stuck down into your journal, you're only going to see the facing, you know, the top part of the paper. So I'm just rummaging here for some scraps to get going. So let's start with this one then. So how big is that? I'm really trying to avoid getting my big chopper out because I have to keep turning the camera off because I have to make space on the table and then it jogs the table. So I'm going to try and do these, cut them by hand, and my cutting is appalling. I really have trouble cutting. I can't even see my pencil. I've got so much stuff on my table at the moment, I can't even see my pencil case. So I'm going to cut this here. To be fair, I can come back afterwards and pop these through the trimmer just to tidy them up once I've made them. So, and let's cut that one there. I'm just cutting these to about 5 inches wide because that will fit on my journal page. Obviously you can have them varying heights as long as they're not going to be bigger than your page, obviously. So that's those ones. And then I want some smaller pieces to go on the side as a pocket. So let's have a rummage and see what we've got. I'm not sure where this paper, oh, I do know where it's from. It's from this pad. And They Lived Happily Ever After by Craft Sensations. I think I bought this at the Range here in the UK. I think that's where I got it from. And it had some really lovely papers in it, but a lot of them I didn't like the other side, or I wouldn't use the other side. I mean, these are beautiful, but unless I was doing a rose journal, I don't think I'd use this page really. But the music page obviously will go with anything. So, and then this is from Graphic 45, one of their paper pads. So if we just trim that roughly to match, as I say, I'll probably just tidy these up off camera with my choppy chopper when I finished. So the idea is this piece is stuck on here on 3 sides so that you have a pocket here, and then this piece goes into your journal, and again you can stick it down on 3 sides so you've got a pocket at the back there. So now Tina stuck all hers down with glue, but I want to stitch mine because I like stitching. All my journals have stitching in, apart from the last one I made. So I am going to just stick these with a little bit of cheap, what am I using, glue stick, so that it will just hold them in place until I go and stitch them on my machine. And obviously I will do that off camera because I can't fit my machine on camera. And some of these I'm going to have little thumb notches in the top pocket, and some I'm going to just put some lace on down here so that you can, I mean, this is quite obvious that there's a pocket, but some of the papers, if they're a bit more closely, you know, similar decorative wise, it might not be so noticeable that there's a pocket on top. So if I just pop a little bit of, I'm just using a really cheap glue stick for this. I'm just looking for my glue mat. And I'm just literally going to run a tiny, tiny piece of glue around the 3 edges. And I'm going to pop that on there. And then I will stitch around on my machine, and then I will come back in probably and just tidy up the edges so that they're all neat and matching. So that's the first one. And obviously they will need decorating and what have you. But what I wanted to put on these was my little book page flowers that I make. And I'm not sure where they are at the moment, so I might have to make a few of those because I think they might look nice down there. But I could just pop a cluster or something on. Let's see if I've got anything to hand that I can pop on now. Obviously I don't want to put anything too close to the edge because I want to pop them through the sewing machine, but I've got all sorts of bits and pieces here that I could be sticking on and using up. Oh, I can't even grab hold of this. So much rubbish here. Let's see. Oh, that's quite nice. That looks quite nice on there. Oh, there's little birdies in a nest. Oh, that's going to be too wide, isn't it? So I think I'll just pop that on there for now. Ink the edges up. I'm not sure what, I think this might be from a Digital Collage Club sheet, but I'm not 100% certain. Obviously I've cut it out. But it is a digi, it's not from a book, so it's probably from the Digital Collage Club. Now obviously I don't want to use that glue for that. Let's have a go with the, oh, I think my art glitter glue is all jammed up. If anybody's bought any art glitter glue recently, can you let me know where you got it from? Because on Amazon there seems to be a very long delay in it being delivered. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm just wondering if there's other places that you can get it from. I haven't checked today, actually. I haven't checked for a couple of days, but I must go and have a look. They've got the really big, huge bottles, but because I don't have a lot of room to store things here, I was trying to avoid, but then again, I might get a big bottle and decant it, and then I can pop the big bottle down in the garage. I think that needs a word or something on there as well. I'm sure I have some words printed out here somewhere that need using up. This is, I hope I apologise if I'm knocking the camera. I haven't got much space on this table, and I think I'm touching the arm of the camera holder as I'm looking through all the papers that I've got piled up in front of me. So if I am and I'm making you dizzy, I do apologise. Oh, I've got some quotes here. I think they might be a bit big. Yeah, I think they're a little bit big for those pockets, or that little pocket, that side of it anyway. Just trying to see if I've got anything else. I'm sure I had another sheet that just had little words on. You know what will happen? I won't find it, and then as soon as I turn the camera off and finish filming, it'll be sitting there looking at me. Just have a look through the final. No, can't find it. Must have been dream. I bet it's there. I bet it's there. Right, well, I'm going to find a word to go on there because I think it needs something else. But I haven't got anything else out, and I haven't got any room to get anything else, any more bits and pieces out. So with this one, let's see, I might do that's quite nice. Just a more shallow pocket, more like a little tuck spot. I think Tina did all hers roughly the same size. But as I'm just using up the scraps that I've got here, mine are going to vary in size. So I hope everybody's well. I finally am feeling slightly more like my normal self after the last couple of weeks. I had a cold. I was feeling better last week. I wasn't feeling ill, but I just wasn't feeling myself. I didn't know what to do with myself. Just felt weird, just not right. I'm feeling much better this week, thank goodness. So, ooh, I wonder if that would go. That would have been better on there, wouldn't it? Might do that when you can't even see, can you? Totally off camera. I might put a frill of that down there once I've done my stitching. I think that would look quite nice. Yeah, I was just looking for some lace or something to pop on here. Don't know if that's standing out enough. It's a bit fine. What else have I got? This one might be a bit wide because that's only a small piece. Oh, I don't know, I think that might be all right. Just checking which side is the right and the wrong side. I think that's right. Yeah, so I hope everybody is feeling well. Didn't really do much this weekend. Had a really relaxing, chilled weekend for a change. The last few weeks I've had all my family here. Well, not all my family, but most of the family here on the Sundays for a roast dinner. Again, I'm just popping a little bit of this cheap glue stick on here to hold that in place. And I'm not going to glue that down because I want to stitch around that before I then attach this piece. So, and if I've already glued that, I won't be able to stitch that piece. So that's another one there, ready for the machine. Yeah, I've had most of my family here the last few weeks for Sunday lunch, which has been lovely. But this weekend, everybody seemed to have other plans. My eldest daughter was planning to go to the beach, but she didn't actually go in the end, so they popped in and saw us. But we'd already had our dinner by that point, and we didn't have a roast dinner. My middle daughter and my youngest daughter were both working, so yeah, it was just a very quiet, relaxing weekend. Not much going on. Might do one up the other way. Yeah, does this... this paper is supposed to go that way, actually. Yeah, so haven't really done much this weekend. Just walked the dogs, went shopping. I have done something weird to my foot. We walked the dogs yesterday, as we usually do, and didn't go any further than usual. In fact, probably did a bit less than usual. Went to the same place because my dog is very anxious. We've been advised to walk him for the time being where we're not likely to come across any other dogs or people. So we've got two sort of walks that we do where we're pretty certain it's going to be quiet. So as I went to the same sort of place we normally go to, and I was fine while we were walking, but a couple of hours after we got home, my heel really started to hurt, and to the point where I can't put my weight on it. So I sat with my feet up yesterday evening thinking it would sort itself out, but it was actually keeping me awake at some points in the night because it was quite painful. And it's still hurting this morning. I don't think it's as bad this morning, but it's not right. I can't walk on it properly. Oh, I might do this the other way round. Yeah, I'm going to do that way round for a change. Yeah, so I don't know what I've done. I didn't twist anything. I didn't pull anything. I was wearing the same shoes I usually wear. So it's very, very strange. Don't know what's going on there, but I've hurt my heel. So that's my excuse for sitting and crafting today, not doing much else. Did have my shopping delivered earlier, and I have done all the floors, vacuumed and mopped and what have you. Stripped the beds, got all the washing on. I did that this morning so that I could film this afternoon without all that noise going on in the background. But now I'm sitting and resting my foot, hoping that whatever it is will sort itself out. So yeah, it's very strange. It's funny because I do have a problem with my feet anyway, but it's the other foot. My right foot I always have problems with because I played hockey when I was at school many years ago, and I had a hockey injury, which I think was a broken toe, but it was never. I went to a school where it was just, you know, get up and get on with it. Well, I mean, it would be, the teachers would never get away with that these days, but yeah, it was never attended to, and now I have arthritis in that foot and I can't wear lovely shoes. So normally it's that foot causing me jip, but this is the other foot this time. So very strange, don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I'm going to do one for this piece now. So I want to get that rose on. I'm just, if I cut a little bit off this side. And then down here. It should be about right. And what should we have on the back here? So let me know what you've been up to this weekend and what you're working on at the moment. I still haven't started work on my journals that I've been talking about doing. Still haven't got everything sorted. I did print out a few more digis this morning that I want to use, and I found another digi-kit. Well, it's not really a digi-kit, it's just a sheet of images that it's all foxes. So I've bought that and printed that out this morning, but I now need to wait. I've just set up my instant ink subscription for the new printer, so I'm waiting for those inks to arrive. And that's not quite big enough. So I'm sort of being a bit careful because I don't want to be stuck with no ink at all. So I did a bit on my new printer, which I'm really enjoying using. And then I went back to my old printer to print a few bits out, you know, to try and make sure I don't run out of ink. Because I've still got, I think when I bought the new printer, I had just had my new ink delivered for the old printer, so that's got plenty of ink in it. So I'm trying to use that up as well, but it's so frustrating trying to print on that printer. I literally only printed a couple of sheets and then I gave up again. So that's what oh no, I wanted lace on this one, didn't I? That's what I was doing this morning in between housework. I was backwards and forwards to the printers, trying to get that sorted. Yeah, so I've been quite busy this morning. I've got to start the dinner soon. I just thought I'd come on and do a little bit of crafting while I sit with my foot resting, and pop the camera on while I did. So again, with this one, I'm just going to pop a little bit of the cheap old glue stick on there to hold it in place. until I stitch it. Oh, this is stretchy lace. So it's pinging as I'm putting the glue on. Pop that there. The dogs are being very quiet, aren't they? I've got my middle daughter's dog here again. That she's away again. She's in Spain at the moment. So dog sitting for her again. And she gets back on at the weekend, ready for Father's Day, and then on the Monday after that, my other daughter goes on holiday. So they're making up for lost time. Both of these holidays, I think. No, my middle daughter's third holiday and my youngest daughter's second holiday have both been booked for 2 years, and obviously kept being postponed because of the situation. So I think they're really looking forward to finally going away. And we haven't got any actual holidays planned at the moment. We are going away for a long weekend in October, which is going to be to celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary, which was last year. So I'm looking forward to that. Nice hotel, nice breakfasts. I'm just looking for something to stick on that, but I can't see anything. You wouldn't believe I've got sheets and sheets of sort of embellishment-y things here, and nothing is grabbing me to pop on these. So, right, well, I think I need to pause here now and go away and do some stitching, because I feel like I've been filming for absolutely ages and I haven't got very much done, and I'm just wittering on. So I'm going to just pause the camera and I will do all the stitching, and then I will come back and show you what they're looking like. So I'll be back in a tick. Okay, I'm back again. So I've stitched each of these now. So I've just stitched down the lace on that one and then attached the pocket and stitched all the way round. This one I just went all the way round, so I attached the pocket as I went. This is the same as the first one, stitched the lace on and then gone all the way round, and that's the same as that one, so stitch the pocket on. I'm sorry I didn't decorate any. I find it really hard to decorate these items that I make, you know, that are not for a specific journal. I find it hard to decorate them until I'm actually putting them to use. So yeah, I don't know, do you find that as well? Do you have, you know, you well able to decorate as you make these things? Let me know, I'd be really interested to know. So I'll pop Tina's video in the description below. I think she made 14 in her video and I've done 4. So, but she didn't stitch around hers, to be fair, but still. And I think her video was about an hour long, and I don't think I've quite gone on that long. But anyway, I hope you found that interesting and entertaining. I'll be back again with another video very soon. In the meantime, take care and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.